Hey guys, what's going on? Back again with another zombies video. As you guys know, a couple weeks ago I uploaded a video talking about how Vanguard and Duran Fang might be the best thing to happen to the zombies community and to happen to Call of Duty and Treyarch, because a lot of the big toxic, negative, hateful zombie YouTube channels are now leaving playing Call of Duty Zombies and just taking a break or going on to different things. A lot of it stems from Duran Fang being a little bit too difficult for them. A lot of them even admitted they can't make it past like round 10. A lot of them now are on social media crying for, the ray gun to return and to get more wonder weapons, maybe even to nerf some of the zombies, especially the one that has the machine gun that can shoot you pretty much from across the map. If you get like 3-4 of those on the higher rounds on the map, it's going to be a little bit, or it is too difficult for them. So again, a lot of them are trying to reach out to Treyarch and saying that that Duran Fang needs changes because it's just too difficult to them. Again, so with that being said, again, I do this just to kind of see in the future, maybe like a digital diary, if or digital journal in a way that how everything's going to play out in the future. Again, a lot of them are leaving the zombie games and leaving the zombies community because it's just the bottom line is it's too difficult for them. So I said it's going to be the best thing for Call of Duty and the best thing for Treyarch for that to happen, because all they do is spread hate. They go on social media, they make hateful videos, and also, aside from, like I've mentioned, aside from the game being too difficult for them, everybody knows that toxic, hateful videos on YouTube are the ones that generate the most money, and YouTube does not monitor those type of videos. I know you can report them and stuff like that, but I don't think YouTube really cares too much about negative, hateful comment videos and stuff like that. So a lot of videos get made. They pump out like 5 of those hateful videos every week. Again, none of it has any content to do with zombies. It's just hate videos that they pump out. So I said, looking forward and seeing how everything's going to play out, and that's the one thing that when you're really good at figuring stuff out, you can kind of see stuff as it's happening, or kind of piece stuff together after it happened. So again, I like to kind of look and see how everything might play out. Again, with that being said, so right now we're in early 2022, and what I saw yesterday kind of like brought a smile to my face, because I know that again, it's just putting the more pieces together, that what's going to happen ultimately is going to be good for the zombies community. But what I saw on Twitter yesterday, I'm not going to show any footage, and I'm not going to kind of show any names, because like I said, a lot of those big hateful zombie YouTube toxic channels now are pretty much just trolls, and trolls, almost like a virus, it needs more people to spread that virus, and the trolls need more people, or like a class clown, how they look for attention. The more people that give them attention, the better it is for them. It puts their name out there, it gives them exposure, and I'm totally against that. And that was something that I mentioned, or I've mentioned a couple of times now, that that was pretty much, I want to say, the downfall of Activision, but it kind of definitely helped with their kind of time that they're in right now. That a lot of those people that they invited, a lot of those toxic channels that they invited to the studios, ended up just bashing and making hateful content. So what I saw on Twitter yesterday is a lot of them are on Deviation Games Twitter, and it's kind of one of those things that, like, it's unfortunate because it's gonna happen. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, but those are pretty much like toxic virus, hateful people that they now found a new game studio to kind of infect and kind of bring down. And I kind of feel bad for like Jason Blundell, how he kind of got himself involved with the zombies community. That now, and if you go and you read some of the comments on Deviation Games Twitter account, you're going to see a lot of them as just negative, hateful, toxic, not towards them, but just in general. And the thing is, if and I've mentioned it almost like in a form of extortion, where when Deviation Game is ready to release their new game, if those negative, toxic, hateful people don't get what they want from Deviation Games, they're just going to do the same exact thing that they're doing to Treyarch and Call of Duty, or did to Treyarch and Call of Duty, is just kind of just turn on them, stab them in the back, spread a lot of hate and fake news and um, misinformation and stuff like that. So again, it's gonna be bittersweet because Jason Blundell and Dave Anthony have no idea what they're in for. They're probably a little bit too naive. That's the thing too with game devs. If you're good at making video games, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're good at with people or good with business. It's kind of like having a baker. Like, let's say you're a baker, the best baker in town, doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna run the best business in town. Maybe the baker worked for his brother or a relative, and then decides that he wants to go out and make his own bakery. The unfortunate truth is, being good at something doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna be good at business. Now, if you're good at business and not good at anything else, then that's probably obviously a different story. So I see that everybody knows that Jason Blundell made some pretty good maps, but that doesn't necessarily mean in the long run, because everything played out exactly like how I said it was going to play out. How inviting content creators, getting involved with content creators, or having them trying to run your studio is never going to be good in any situation. Coupled with them being really young kids, you can't have like a really young kid trying to run your studio. That's the recipe for disaster. So again, what I saw on Twitter yesterday, Deviation Games website, it's pretty alarming already, and they don't even have a game that's announced, a game that's even being made, any games in the work that we know of. But to have all those trolls on your Twitters and tweets, on your Twitter and your tweets, it's gonna be trouble down the road, because, like I said, unless the unfortunate truth is, unless Dave Anthony and Jason Blundell are just really bad at business, I don't know how they don't see, or they can't see how that's gonna. I guess maybe they're just giving them a clean slate, a new chance, but ultimately, that's gonna spell trouble for. And people have said it. People have said the same exact thing. So I'm not trying to steal anybody's idea, but it is common sense to some people, and that's the thing too. It's like when you see a bad couple, or like I said, a baker wants to leave and go start his own bakery, or you see a couple, or your friends dating somebody who's known to cheat or is known to be like violent or something like that. Like, why would you think that would be any different? And then they ended up getting cheated on or getting abused or something like that. Is that, like, how do you not see what's going to come down the road? Why do you think you're going to be able to change somebody? So again, with that being said, it's pretty alarming, and I'm already on track to being correct that I knew once Duran Fang and Vanguard was too difficult, as it happened in Black Ops 4. I know Cold War was pretty fun and easy, so they liked that one. But the fact is, Duran Fang is a little bit too difficult. I knew once it was too difficult for them, they were going to end up, going somewhere else, like a virus, or Apothicons, funny enough, and going to affect another game studio and bring all that, like, disease to them. It's pretty alarming seeing how everything. It's kind of like Humanity, where they said, like, humanity is on a crash course to end up a certain way. I guess from like history books or whatever, that certain things are gonna always turn out to be a certain way. It's like, I can kind of see how they're on the trajectory of a big disaster, inviting about 10 different people plus all their subs that are all toxic and negative. Again, it's pretty alarming to see what I saw on Twitter yesterday, and there's got to be some type of. It's actually stuff that I said to Call of Duty and Treyarch. I'm like, you need to have some moderators on your Twitter. You can't have 10,000 trolls just saying whatever they want and infecting another 10,000 people. Like, it's just gonna grow. You got to have some type of moderator or some type of. Speaking of which, that's one thing that I saw already with Xbox. I think Xbox now is just pretty much all the information is going to come out of Xbox's main Twitter account. I don't think there's going to be too much of like um, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, Raven, Treyarch having too much of a presence on social media like they did in the past. I think now everything's going to come through maybe like the Xbox accounts, maybe Phil Spencer, which is good. I hope, and if I remember correctly, I think Xbox has a lot of moderators, and they'll block you or block certain stuff that you try and put on their tweets and stuff like that. So I'm hoping they stay with that. I'm hoping I'm correct, and I'm hoping I'm not making like fake memories, but they, I think, monitor their tweets and their Twitter account a little bit better than Activision did and Call of Duty did, where it's pretty much anybody can say and spread any kind of hate that they want on their tweets, and Activision and Call of Duty did nothing about it. So I'm hoping, in a way, that Deviation game sees the writing on the wall, or maybe they're a little bit in tune. I don't know. Is Jason Blundell that out of tune, or Dave Anthony? But that's the thing too. It's kind of like I said, they're probably really good game devs. They really know how to write a good story. They're really good at like making the game. But as far as like a business part of it, I don't know how they're gonna. If they're already making mistakes like this, I don't know how it's gonna pan out. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. I'll see you guys later.